G'day everyone and welcome to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing something different and new. Going to be playing NBA 2K26 Play Now. And in this series it's just going to be the journey of Play Now. I'm going to be starting off going in reverse order from the lowest wins to the highest win teams from last season. So we're going to be starting off with the Utah Jazz. And I'll just be talking honestly a little bit about the gameplay and a little bit about expectations for the upcoming season. So yeah, spoiler alert, you'll know which teams are coming up just due to the records and stuff. I'll be looking at that as I pick teams to use. And we're going to start with Utah. You see this is my first game ever. See the record there, 0-0. And my opponent has a pretty bad record, so should hopefully be able to get the win. But Utah against Houston, and I don't know how Houston are a tier 2 team. I mean, they're absolutely insane. And it might be a tough, well, it's definitely a tough matchup. I'm just hoping my opponent isn't that great. But we start off, I try to cheese him with a quick pass to the center, but KD was all over that and he gets a steal, and we're gonna have problems stopping him, that's for sure. But Ace Bailey does a great job there, and I'm just gonna let the whole gameplay play uncut until we make our first basket. You see, I am shooting with the meter on. I am by no means a comp player or anything, just going to be playing for fun and trying to get a win with every single team. And then we'll go from there. But anywho, let's talk about expectations. Utah Jazz, I think they're in for, honestly, the worst record again this year. I think they've gone all out in the tank. And they don't really have any veterans to help teach winning either. I mean, they've got Lauri Markkanen, but I think they'll try and trade him. I think he might be on the move, but then again, it is a pretty hard contract to move. But yeah, you see there, Ace Bailey, their rookie, who hopefully likes being in Utah, can really show something. And you never know, he could win Rookie of the Year. I mean, I feel like he's going to have plenty of opportunities as we kick it out there to George. I can't remember what his first name is. Obviously, it starts with a K there. But we're doing a great job on Houston at the moment. Force another miss here, and he cannot score. He's just been forcing it to KD, and we've been able to play some great defense. As we get to Ace Bailey again, who hits another 3, and he's scored 8 points, and it's 11-0, holding my guy scoreless at the moment, and we're not even doing anything special. But you see here, Bailey v Durant again. I click off. I try to double team because he had Armin Thompson out there, and I just wanted to help off him if he's going to stand at the 3-point line. And we make the extra pass to George, and George knocks down another 3. And obviously, the gameplay's cut up, so you're not seeing all my misses and stuff. But you see there, he finally gets on the board through a fluky full-court pass there, which I was not a fan of. But you see, my opponent's just playing a 2-3 zone. And as long as I can time my releases, I'm able to hit wide-open shots just like that through George again, and bang, with his third 3. My opponent did have his mic on, but I don't think he was saying anything. It was just background noise and just white noise really. But you see here, we look to go all the way. We kick it out to Ace. Little pump fake. He played pretty decent defense there, but it looked like he wasn't even moving or playing. And I get the Ep.1 dunk on Jabari Smith Jr. And that's enough to make my opponent eventually quit here. I don't know if he was lagging real bad, but either way, 24-2. I cannot ask for a better start to my Play Now online journey there. Made me feel a bit better than what I was, that's for sure. And currently undefeated, sitting at 1-0, and that's the Utah Jazz done. But let me know in the comments down below where you think Utah will finish. I think it's going to be obviously in the lottery, and I think they were going to have the best odds to get the #1 pick for the next season. Really hope they try to win though at some point, because it's just a bit boring now. But apologies to my to all the Wizard fans out there, the game footage corrupted. You saw there I did get the win though, another blowout win. And the Wizards, I think they're going to be a little bit better than people expect them. I mentioned Utah didn't have any vets, but Washington I believe have CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton they've brought in, and they could actually teach the young guys a thing or two. And I just like teams that have a couple veterans to help the young guys through. But in this one now, we're going to go to the 3rd worst team of last season, and that is the Charlotte Hornets. Going to be going up against another Tier 3 team, which I was okay with, but it is the San Antonio Spurs. Again, like Houston, they should definitely be a tier up, if not tier 1 just for the fact that they have Victor Wembanyama, who's absolutely a cheat code in this year's game, that's for sure. Here we have the Charlotte lineup. Got an interesting team. I mean, this is a big year, I think, for LaMelo and Charlotte in general. They need to stop being cellar dwellers. And I think if they can stay healthy, they have a decent chance to, you know, push for that play-in and playoff spot, especially in the East where no one really knows who's going to be at the top, because the East is just wide open. I mean, it could be anyone's year, just like last year. You see here we start off, Bridges goes in. I should have made that layup. I don't know why I didn't. But obviously I need to work on a few things. Maybe I just need to change a few settings. Maybe I should turn the meters off. That's what most of the good players do, but I just like having the meters on, especially in play now, because I feel like all different players have different releases, so if I don't have it on, I don't know where the perfect timing is. But you see there, I locked my opponent up, and in the end he can just give it to Victor Wembanyama, and he'll just bail him out. He'll just make any shot he can. But LaMelo, as I said, it's going to be a big year for him, because some people are starting to drop him now, or say he's not a winning player, so this is a big year for him. And he could definitely be an all-star and be a great player for years to come. He just needs to play a bit smarter, and if he can become that leader, I mean, I feel like there's really no ceiling on how good he could be. I mean, he's got the size. I think he's like 6'7". Obviously not a big frame and not a great defender, but I feel like he can be a better defender than what he is. Charlotte also had another top draft pick in Concanipple, I think is how you pronounce his name. A lot of people were raving about him, and they don't think he'll be a star or anything. They just think he'll be a great like role player. I think people have compared him to Klay Thompson, and if he can be, you know, 2/3 of Klay Thompson, that's a great player. You see here, it's a pretty close game at the moment. De'Aaron Fox absolutely cooked me there as he greens that little mid-range shot there. 14-12, still a slight lead. But you see, we just got to stop Victor Wembanyama because he's really dominant, but he does miss there. And we get it ahead now. We kick it to the corner to Nick Smith Jr. Bang! Greens the shot, and I do eventually turn shot feedback on because I thought it was on. I think it was just on in my mic career, just not regular play now. You see there, it's a little midi. Don't actually know who that was. I think that might have been Dylan Harper. I think it was the Spurs rookie, taken at pick number 2. But they throw it out to Victor Wembanyama for the wide open shot, and he knocks another one down. And this guy was quite a good player. We were really going back and forth. You see there, Wembanyama just too good. Don't really have anyone who can guard him, so I kind of just need to double at the right times and try to force him to pass, because I just don't want Wembanyama shooting. But here, you see he's rocking Luke Cornett and Victor Wembanyama, so a big lineup. I think we've got Bridges on him here, so that's a mismatch. Passes it down low to Vassell, and Brandon Miller just gets lost. I think I clicked on for the steal and just missed it. But can we get something to go just before the end of the half? We're going to blow by our opponent, and LaMelo Ball jams it. And with 1 second remaining, he throws it up to Vassell, but a good contest there from Miller. And hopefully Brandon Miller can stay healthy. I know he was injured a lot of last season. I think I told my mate to get him in a fantasy draft. Not that I play it, but I thought he'd be good value, and he ended up getting injured pretty early on, and wasn't that helpful for us. But he's definitely got potential, and he's got a long way to go. As LaMelo Ball with a good pass there to Concanipple. It's the wide open 3. And shooting is obviously a lot easier in this game, but I think it's just a fun game, and I think it's just way better than last year's game, in my opinion at least. But yeah, going into next season, my prediction for Charlotte would be, they're just such a hard team due to health and stuff. But I think they'd be anywhere in between 30 to 40 wins. If I had to put an exact number, I'd probably say 35. I could see them being 35 and 47, and maybe being the 10 seed, and then who knows, maybe they get lucky and get in through the play-in or just miss out. But the addition of actually Colin Sexton there as well could actually be a good one. I mean, they only gave up, I think, Yusuf Nurkic, and maybe that was it. I think they got picks in that deal, actually. I don't think they gave any away, so that's a good deal, in my opinion. And he could be the backcourt teammate that LaMelo Ball needs to help him bring just intensity and grit and grind and just teach him how to play defense as well. You see there, my opponent just rocked me to sleep there with De'Aaron Fox. LaMelo Ball could have gone all the way, but I kicked it out to Brandon Miller. We're down by 4 there with 2 minutes to go. We cut it to 1 now. And this is anyone's game with just over a minute to go. It's going to be LaMelo v De'Aaron Fox. LaMelo goes all the way. For some reason, pump faked, but luckily Wembanyama didn't get the best block animation there. They managed to take the lead with a minute to go. Who's going to win? And what do you guys think of Charlotte's chances next season? Do you have much hope for them? Do you not? Let me know why down below in the comments. And make sure to like this video, guys, if you guys did enjoy. Obviously, we'll be trying to upload the next video as soon as possible. I believe the next teams are going to be, I think it's the Pelicans, and then it might be Philadelphia if I'm not mistaken, but I'm sure you'll see, and I might do more teams per episode, I might do less. Let me know if you guys like this sort of content and what you want to see from here. You see here we force the miss, and we can make it a 2-possession game with a 3, or just a 3-point game with a 2. You see here we get it to LaMelo, the star player on this team, but we get doubled. We go to Bridges. We're getting locked up though. We kick it out to Brandon Miller, who hits the 3. For some reason they doubled, and this is what that guy was doing to me. He started doubling randomly in the last quarter, and I made him pay there through Brandon Miller, who hits the 3, and that could be a dagger. Up by 4. 17 seconds left. Kind of just need to not give up a 3, but obviously I don't want to give up an easy 2 either, so hopefully I can just make him take some time off the clock. But he goes inside to Wembanyama and slams it within a couple seconds, which I thought was a bit unfair, let's be honest. But Plumlee ain't going to stop Victor, that's for sure. So now he's going to have to play the foul game. Just need to make sure we don't turn it over. And we get to LaMelo Ball, because I thought he'd have a good free throw, but according to the ratings, I don't think he did. But can he make it here? Yes, green the first one. Make it a 3-point game. And we green the second. And then my opponent here tried to call a timeout. Shades of Chris Webber in the college game. And he gets a technical foul. And it was actually Conker Nipple who they recommended. And I've bricked it. But yeah, the last bit of this gameplay is going to play out, guys. We're going to get the win, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.